Brett teaches Raspberry Pi.
Brett teaches Raspberry Pi.
Brett.
Tech is cool. T-minus 5 seconds.
Brett teaches Raspberry Pi.
Alrighty, for this next one, we're going to learn a little bit about changing colors. So up to this point, we've just been spitting out the text. It's been pretty boring. We haven't really changed it very much. So we're going to go ahead and open our application from our previous example there, the ticker. So click the load button up there. We're going to look for our ticker. Just double click on it. It should open it up. What we had before. In this one, we were just writing hello world out to the sense hat so that it was scrolling across the screen, but not much else was done. In this case, we're going to add some new colors. So we want to add a little space here between the clear and the while true because we're going to define these outside the loop. So in normal colors, you guys think of red, yellow, and blue. These are the primary colors you're taught since you're a kid. They teach you that if you mix red and yellow, you're going to get orange. If you mix yellow and blue, you're going to get green. If you mix red and blue, you get purple. This is what we've all grown up knowing. In computers, they do things slightly different. Okay, they're going to swap out that yellow for green. So you're going to have a red, green, and blue as your main colors. And any mix of those will get you the other colors. So, for example, if we were to mix together red and green, we would get yellow. If we mix blue and green, we get what's called cyan, and it's sort of a light blue looking color. If we get red and blue, we make magenta, which is sort of a purpley color. And if we go ahead and mix all three, we're going to get white. So that's how you get your white, is max on all three of them. If we if we add none of the colors, essentially we get black. That's how we get our blacks in computers. And these colors are all defined by numbers between 0 and 255. And so 255 is the max of those colors, 0 is the minimum of those colors, or none of them anyway. So we're going to define that red, green, and blue as variables here in our application. So we're going to start out with red, of course, and we want it to be full red. So the first thing we're going to do, obviously, is we're going to create our variable called red. So we're going to type red, and we're going to say it's equal to, we're going to open parenthesis, we're going to type 255, which is max red, comma, 0, comma, 0. So the first number is red, the second number is green, and the third number is blue. So we want no green and blue in there, but all of the reds. So 0 to 255, we want 255 max red, and 0 and 0 of green and blue. Okay, that will give us full red and nothing else. Okay, so the next one we want to do is green. So we enter and do green equals. The first number, we want 0 red, we want max green, 255, comma, and 0 blue. So that's all of the green. And then blue is equal to 0 red, 0 green, but max blue, so 255 on the blue. Okay, so now we got those three colors. We could do the next ones, which would be the mixtures of those. So if we go on yellow, that would be, remember yellow is the mix of, here we got 255 of red, 255 of green, and 0 blue. So max red, max green gives you yellow. And then we have cyan. Okay, cyan is going to be, if you see here, we want 0 red. We have 255 of green, so max green, 255 of blue, max blue. Okay, and then finally, we're going to do our magenta. That's kind of that purpley color. We're going to start out with 255 red, 0 green, 255 of blue, max blue. That gets magenta. Okay, and then since we want to represent our whites and blacks, white obviously is max of everything, so do 255 in all three colors. And then since we don't really have black in programming, black to us is essentially just the pixels aren't on, they're just blank, meaning there's nothing on them. We're going to create a black variable here to define that. And so in order to do that, we're going to just make a blank variable here. Since it isn't really black, it's just off, really. There's no black showing. We're going to do 0 of each one. That means we don't want any colors in there at all. So zero values on all of those. Okay, so you can see by mixing all these colors, we get all kinds of different colors. You can mess with those numbers. They don't have to be max 255. You could do 150 or whatever and just get all kinds of different colors. You can look these up online as well to find other ones. But we're going to apply these colors to our ticker, our hello world on our sense hat to do cool things and make it just look a little different. So to do this, we have this show message function down here we learned that comes from our sense library. and we're gonna add a little comma after the quotation mark there. And we're gonna say text underscore color, and we're notice the U in there. Since this was the Raspberry Pi itself was created in a European country, it's spelled using the European version. So text underscore color, COLOUR, equals, and then choose one of our colors up top. We're gonna say white, and then we're gonna do another comma, and we're gonna say back underscore color. Once again, make sure you spell it the European spelling. Color equals blue. So this is gonna make our text white and the background color blue that the text goes across. And so we're gonna go ahead and save this, and then we're gonna put it out on our Pi and run it and see what it looks like. Okay, now we got our color added to our ticker. Should we go ahead and see what it looks like?
Yeah.
Okay, let's load it up.
Oh, look at that. You can change the color just with code.
Okay, we got a nice blue background here. So the next thing we're gonna do, let's make it actually interactive, right? With some logic in there. What do you say?
What? As if.
As if.
Statements.
Statements. If statements. We're gonna go ahead and throw some of those in there to add some logic to it. So
Awesome.
let's go do that.